Afternoon, good evening, dear students around the world. Welcome to your new English YouTube channel and classes. English course, lesson 31. Before we start our lesson, I would like to draw your attention to this. Please support our channel by clicking like, write a small comment, share the video with your family and friends, and subscribe to our channel. Why I told you this? For the first time I tell you this because I see that no one supports me. And no one, when I say no one, I mean just 1, 2, 3, a few people write something, for example, to say thank you or to say continue or just to put the thumb. So please support our channel. If you want me to continue giving and delivering lessons on this channel, please help me by your like, your comment, and by your subscription. Thank you so much. Let's continue. By the end of this mini lesson 31, part 1, you will have focused on, known, learned, and practiced the following objective. In the previous lessons, we studied and learned and practiced verb have. In this lesson, we are going to practice verb has and have. So, has and have. So, verb has with subject pronouns he, she, it. In present simple, in the positive, negative, and question form. Let's see how. In the positive or affirmative sentences with verb has. In present simple with subject verb. So when we have he, she, or it, so we don't write have, we write has. Remember this and practice it a lot to remember it because it's not easy. So in positive sentences with he, she, it, I repeat, positive sentences. It's not negative and it's not question. So in positive sentences with he, she, it, we use has. We don't use have. So if you use have, it's not correct. So when we say he have, it's not correct. She have, it's not correct. It have, it's not correct. So we say he has. She has. It has. Let's see. He has. She has. It has. So we don't have. Students, they say, he have, she have, it have. No, because they don't know the rule. So with he, she, it, always in the positive sentence, we write has. Let's continue. In the negative word, we are going to use doesn't. So this word is new, so you need to know it. So sentences with verb have in present simple. So we have subject, he, she, it. So the negative word is doesn't. It's not don't, it's doesn't. Because with he, doesn't. We don't say he don't, she don't, it don't. No, we don't use it. So we use doesn't. Remember this word is very important. So with he, she, it, doesn't. Plus verb have. So when in the negative form, we don't have has. We have just have. Because we have doesn't. So he doesn't have. She doesn't have. It doesn't have. So we don't use has with he, she, it in the negative sentences or in negative sentences. In present simple, we use have. You should remember this. So if you write he doesn't has, it's not correct. She doesn't has, it's not correct. It doesn't has, it's not correct. So we say he doesn't have, she doesn't have, it doesn't have. Let's continue. Okay, remember, huh? He doesn't have, she doesn't have, it doesn't have. Some students say with he, she, it, we use has. Yes, we use it in the positive sentence. It's not in the negative sentence. And it's not in the question. Let's continue. The question. So remember, when we ask the question, we use does. So sentences with verb have in present simple. So we say does the subject, he, she, it, and the verb have. We don't have has in the question. We have just have. We are speaking about the present simple. We are not speaking about other tenses. So are speaking about present simple. So when we have does he have, does she have, does it have, if you write does he has, it's not correct. Does she has, it's not correct. Does it has, it's not correct. So when we have does, we don't use has, we use have. So in questions in present simple, we don't use has with he, she, it, we use have. So to sum up the summary of what we've seen up to now, so in positive sentences we use have with he, she, it. In negative sentences with he, she, it, we don't use have. We use he doesn't have, she doesn't have, it doesn't have. In questions with he, she, it, we don't use have. We use does he have, does she have, does it have. So this is what you should remember. This is the rule. Let's continue. Does he have? If you say you write does he has, it's not correct. Does she has, it's not correct. Does it has, it's not correct. So when we have does, we use have. Does he have? Does she have? Does it have? Let's see more examples. Pay attention to the examples. In the positive we have has, negative doesn't have, question does, subject have. So this is the rule. We are going to see these in real examples. The affirmative form. So let's see these examples. He have a family. It's not correct. He has a family. She have 2 uncles. It's not correct. The correct one is she has 2 uncles. She have 4 aunts. It's not correct. She has 4 aunts. So from now on, with he, she, it, we don't use have in the positive form. We are going to read again from the very beginning. He has a family. She has 2 uncles. Repeat after me. She has 4 aunts or aunts. She has an expensive car. She has a Ferrari. It, so here we mean the car. It or the car. So it has lights or the car has lights. He has a headache. She has a lot of dreams. So as we have seen, so with he has, she has, it has, or the car has. Let's go to the next slide. Negative form. He doesn't have a book. If you say he don't have a book, it's not correct. He doesn't. He doesn't have a book. Repeat after me. She doesn't have a bag. It or the briefcase. The briefcase is where you put your books if you are a businessman, or your articles or your things. So it doesn't have numbers. He doesn't have a pet. Pet is an animal. So animals that live with people, we call them pet or pets. He doesn't have a pet. So a pet can be a dog, a cat, a fish, a bird. She doesn't have a hat. It, the flat, the apartment, the house, the home, doesn't have a balcony. She doesn't have a scarf. She doesn't have a vision, or he doesn't have a vision. So try to repeat them. Let's go to the next. The question form. Does he have a reason? If you say, do he have a reason? It's not correct. Because with he, in the question, we don't use do. We use does. So remember does. And try to practice it to remember it and to learn it by heart. Does he have a reason? Does she have a receipt? So P is silent. Receipt. Does it or does the car have doors? So it or the car. Does he have a lighter? Repeat after me. Does she have a tent? Does it or the car have a back seat? So the seat in the back. Does he have water? Does she have a chewing gum? Try to repeat them to learn them by heart. Let's continue. Positive. He has a palace. Students say palace. It's not palace. Palace. Palace is where the king lives. He has a palace. She has a club. Repeat after me. She has a club. It, the food, has a taste. It has a taste. She has a snake. She has a snake. So this is positive. We are going to see the negative and the question form. Now the negative form. He doesn't have money. Student, they say money. It's not money. Money. She doesn't have money. He doesn't have money. She doesn't have a building. It or the school doesn't have a car. The school doesn't have a car. He doesn't have a mobile. He doesn't have a mobile. Let's go to the question form. More examples. Does he have a cage? Does he have a cage? Does she have a horse? Does it or the safe have keys? The safe, if you don't put your money in the bank, you put them in the safe at home. So it's a box made of iron and we use it for keeping money. Does she have a pony? So pony is a small horse. Let's see more examples. Positive. He has a good voice. So he is a singer and he has a good voice. She has blue eyes. She has blue eyes. It, the animal, has a tail. So the animal has a tail. He has a strong body or body. He has a strong body. Let's continue. Negative form. She doesn't have shoes. She doesn't have shoes. It doesn't have a head. He doesn't have fruit. She doesn't have fish. Let's see the question form. More examples. Does he have a van? It's like a bus. A van, it's not a bus, but it's a big car where you can use it for carrying goods. Does she have credit card? So there is a credit card missing. There is a missing. Does she have a credit card? Does it have a title? So it means the text. Does the text have a title? Does he have a gun? Does he have a gun? More sentences in positive sentence. He has a problem. She has a daughter. It, the house, has stairs. He has a balloon. She has a riddle. Let's continue. Negative. He doesn't have hair. She doesn't have a ticket. It or the problem doesn't have a solution. He doesn't have a tie. She doesn't have a dress. Question form. Does he have a photo? Does she have long hair? Does he have bed? A bed. Does he have a bed? So a missing. Does it have a hand? Does she have a hamster? Until then, see you soon on our 2 YouTube channels. So I changed the name. It's now House School Hassane, ESH, English with Arabic translation, and House College Hassane, HCH, just English, lesson 32. Before I leave you, please support again. Okay, I need to repeat this. Please support our channel by clicking like if you like the content, write a small comment, share the video with your family and friends and the people you know. And if you haven't subscribed up to now, please do subscribe to help us surviving and helping you. Goodbye.